inyong lingkod, Christopher Gabayan Ilumin, President and CEO of Chris Melberry Agri Farm. Actually, starting pala mo ito. Hanggat nabubuhay ako, gusto ko bigyan ng solusyon yung mga problema natin. Hindi lang ina-address. Kasi hindi po ako politics. Katulad po rin sinasabi ni Sir kanina, totoo po talaga na magmula pagkabata ako, hindi ko rin alam. Ganyan na. Maraming kababalagan pero galing po tayo sa baba. Baba pa rin po tayo ngayon. Bakit po kasi ang sinusunod ko? Yung ano ang plano ng Diyos. Hindi yung gusto ko. Yung gusto ng Diyos ang sinusunod ko. Kaya siguro po, sabi ko sa Kanya, kaya pag nagdadasal ako, hindi ko hinihiling sa Kanya yung gusto ko. Pag nagdadasal ako, show me the way. Show me the light. So yun po yung hinihiling ko po lagi. Ipakita po niya. Actually, hindi lang naman ho yan. Yung ina-address natin, hindi lang po about dun sa poverty. Yung ginagawa po natin ngayon, para sa akin, ito ang kayamanan. Ang pera na uubos yan. Pag may itinanim ka, may anihin ka. Lalo na sa panahon natin ngayon, sobrang init. Marami nangyayari na hindi natin maunawaan. Pero lahat po yan, nakasaad po yan sa Bible. Medyo mahirap ang unawain kasi inililing ko yung Diyos. Pero dagdagan ko pa yung sinabi ni Sir about doon sa pangalan ko. Lahat po kasi yan, may meaning po yan, bakit tayo nabigyan ng pangalan in the Bible. So ang pangalan ko po is Christopher. Binigyan ko lang po ng meaning. Kaya siguro ganito po ako ngayon. Christopher in the Bible, kahit i-research nyo, Google nyo, is bearer of Christ. Then, ang middle initial ko is Gabayan, guide. Ang apelyido ko is Ilumin. Illuminos, nagbibigay liwanag, light. Kaya kung titignan natin, importante po sa lahat. Say, word of God muna tayo ha. Yung para sa akin, pero pinakatabi sa lahat yung pangatlo ko. Ang una is life, light, and love. Kung titignan natin doon, sa nakasulat doon sa Jerusalem, yung pangalan ng Diyos, YHWH, di ba? Pero yung tumatak sa pader is parang 7, 7, 7. So bibigyan mo ng meaning kasi number siya, babalik na rin mo LLM. Yun para sa akin interpretation ko. Nasa inyo po yan kung maniniwala kayo hindi. Basta sa akin, sinusunod ko. Kaya yung pangatlo, yung ang pinaka-importante sa lahat, pinaka-dakila sa lahat, is pagmamahal. Pagmamahal sa lahat. Sinusubukan ko rin i-address yung poverty, yung peace and order. Kaya lang, pasensya na po sa mga namumuno sa atin dito kasi lalo sa mga politics, mahirap solusyonan po yan. How can they give if they do not have? Diba? Para masolusyonan natin yung peace, para sa akin na po unahin mo muna yung poverty. Pag nasolusyon ng mga poverty, susunod na yung peace yan. Kaya marami nagkakaroon tayo ng problema lahat dahil sa kagutuman. But, huwag kayong mag-alala kasi nakasad din sa Bible yan. So, nag-prepare pa ako ng, gusto ko lang iparating po sa inyo ito po lahat. Gumawa po ako ng speech ko. Kasi hindi po ako sanay. Kumbaga sa anong practice lang ito ha. At least, pinag-practicean ko kayo. Joke. Isang makakalikasan na mapagpalang umaga po. Una po sa lahat, nais pong magpasalamat sa ating Panginoong Diyos na makapangyarihan sa lahat. Maraming salamat din po sa nag-organize ng tree planting activities sa mga kuya at ate po na nandito. Tagupan Bagos Eagles Club, Dagupan City National High School staff, students, tapos nakita ko po kanina, Boy Scout of the Philippines, Dagupan, DNR Region 1, DNR Central Pangasinan, representatives, sa ating pong Philippine Army, Chris Melberry family, friends, visitors, ladies and men, good morning. Salamat at binigyan niyo po ako ng pagkakataon para makapiling kayo at makapagbahagi ng kunting aral sa umagang ito. Isang napakagandang pagkakataon na dinala tayo rito. Kahanga-hanga ang ganitong kasabikan na programa at kagalakan na dapat mahikayat ng paglago sa halip na magwalang bahala, sapagkat dito nabibigyan ng tunay ng diwa pagiging makabayan at makakalikasan na siyang magtatanggol ng kapakanan ng ating kababayan at inang kalikasan. Kung kakailanganin na naisin natin ang diwa ng pagsasama-sama upang mapalago ang ating ekonomiya, mabigyan ng kunting solusyon ang problema, lalo na sa ating kabundugan. Ito ay dahil sa katotohanang marunong na tayo magpakatotoo at makisama na pangalagaan natin ang ating pambansang kapakanan. Sang-ayon sa batas at pakipagsundo sa ating katatagan at sa ating likas na yaman. Ngayon ay mayroon na tayong sariwang pananaw sa ating patutunguhan. Isang pagtitiwala sa ating kakayahan at may mas magandang pagpaparangal sa ating likas yaman. As a youth, you're the perfect symbol of the relationship between the old and the young. A relationship marked by piety as well as pathos. The old, it would seem, has gone through life with the sole purpose of acquiring the light to preach to the young. Yet, the young have always had to bear the burden of rectifying the errors of the old. Despite this unhappy experience, the splinters and the debris caused by the blunders of the old, we, the old, continue to sermonize and the young continue to listen. Also, I hope the old with proper solemnity and the young with a becoming look of admiration and respect. Today, I propose to join cause of the young. And this is not a sudden impulse. It comes from an old habit and a continuing attitude. Even men of profound thought and feeling could misinterpret and disregard the enthusiasm and the energies of the young. The young, at an age when they do not yet have years of personal suffering and personal understanding behind them, are jubilantly repeating our pointless blunder of the 19th century under the impression that they are discovering something new. This statement is at best half true. It fails to recognize that in fact the pointless blunders referred to in the past had helped to shape their minds and mold their conduct. With such blunder behind them, why should the young ended with to discover something new? For the young must discover, and because their elders sometimes ended quite often, lost many fine things, discarded or forgot some old varieties. This the young must discover all over again, for youth is human life, instrument of perfection, and this is especially true in our time. In our time, Man must contend with problems which are both new and strange, or of old are most grievous and challenging that they had ever been before. Merely to survive those problems, not to speak of adding to the quality of life, requires the greatest resources that the human spirit can provide. A wit has said that young will not listen and age cannot hear. But I think that working youth will give birth to a new structure. As a matter of fact, this is what I wanted to talk to you about this day. You are living in a revolutionary, adventurous century, and being young, you will have the opportunity of directing the revolutionary adventure. It is therefore of great urgency that you prepare yourself as best as you can for this challenge. The greatest problem that the human spirit must confront in our time is the paradox of technological progress. This is in fact the source of all the other problems with which me, and especially the young, must cope. And of course, the problem of climate change and pollution is our global phenomenon. Reflects perhaps better than any other modern problem the promise and the peril that lie together at the heart of technological progress. We are facing today the climate change, the climate crisis, made this year's heat wave as one of the most fundamental challenges ever to confront humanity. The heat also had a large impact on our agriculture industry, causing crop damage and reduced yields. Another challenge is flooding. This year, many parts of the Philippines have been flooded due to the heavy rains brought by Typhoon Karina, Christine, Leon, Marcy, Nika, Ophel, and Pipito that have many devastating effects. Torrential rain that leads to the flooding which damages crops and building and can cause loss of life, as well as landslide caused by heavy rain that pressures soil and rock. The loss of our forests, the desiccation of our soil, the dredging up of our water courses, and the pollution of our cities. These are the public use and abuse of our natural resources, which wants us only in trust for those who will come after us. The whole world is now in turmoil, almost of the brink of the global disaster and a disintegration. Today, in the midst of our trials, we must learn how strong we can do if only we stand together. Joint collective effort is what we need. We shall have to adapt ourselves to the stringent stimuli of new environmental and undergo the troubles of constant adjustment and readjustment. Together, we shall work hard, work still harder, work with all our might, and work as we have never worked before. Every drop, every trickle of individual effort shall be grouped into a single channel of common endeavor until they grow into a flowing stream, a rushing cataract, a roaring torrent, a raging flood, hurdling and difficulties and demolishing all barriers in the way of our single purpose and common determination to make our independence stable, lasting and real. This is so crucial that we have to act fast, swiftly and decisively. We have to work as one, bound by the principles of unity and harmoniously. It is a colossal challenge, but is a very noble one. As one of the awardee of Excellent Filipino Awards, Asian Hero Awards, Legacy Awards, Global Awards, ang Gintong Pamana ng Lahi Awards for Social Responsibility for Championing Environmental, Sustainable Agriculture, Development Advocate of this year. It is an honor to dedicate it to you all that award. Dahil po sa inyong kasipagan, determinasyon at pusang loob na pangalagaan ng ating likas na yaman. To our beloved visitors and partners, may I ask for your support and prayer. Together, we will light the healing and cleansing flame. I have faith in God. I have faith in our nation. I have faith in us as a people. I have faith that together we have conquered our problems. We have brought our progress. We must also till our idle land, improve and diversify our crops, develop our fisheries, multiply our livestock, and produce other necessities. Every one of us can help limit global warming and take care of our planet. The land we live on, the air we breathe, and the water which give us life. We must act now together to combat the increasing threats to our ecosystem by making choices that have less harmful effects on the environment. Meron pa akong quote. The best preparation for tomorrow is today. No mountain is too high to climb if you have the right tools. Every obstacle has a solution. And the most challenging can be realized with imagination, creativity, and resilience. Coming together is beginning. Keeping together is progress. And working together is a success. Muli, karangalan ko po na makapiling kayo sa umagang ito. Walang hanggang pasasalamat, lalo na po sa ating Panginoon ang kapangyarihan sa lahat. At sa mga kanyang taong kanyang ginamit, iniluklok at pinili para manilbihan sa mga tao at sa ating bayan. Tulong-tulong po tayo para sa malinis na katubigan, maberde at kapaki-pakinabang na kabundukan, maunlad at kaaya-aya na kalikasan, masagana, payapa at maunlad na pamayanan para sa bagong lipunan at bagong bansa, so that our nation will be great again. Ang inyong lingkod, Christopher Gabayan Ilumin, President and CEO of Chris Melberry Agri-Farm. Ang farm na pinagkakatiwalaan at maasahan para sa kalikasan tungo sa kasaganaan at magandang kinabukasan. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang Dagupan National High School, mabuhay ang Dagupan Bangos Eagles Club, mabuhay ang mga Pilipino, mabuhay ang Pilipinas, mabuhay ang lupang hinirang, mabuhay tayong lahat. Maraming salamat po.